In this video, I'm going to show you how to modify the city creator for different cities so that you can add in the zip code data as well as the city data for every zip code and city within a given state. We're basically going to make our page look just like these, where we have all of our content neatly lined up in rows, and then we can copy it over into a nice clean text file for the scrape. So let's get started. Right, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is go to zipcodes.com, and on the home page, if you scroll down, you see where it says United States zip codes, and in this case we're going to be doing the state of New York. So starting out, it should look something like this. So let's go back and find New York. There it is. So we click on New York, and it's going to give us this nice little list of zip codes. In order to copy it neatly into Excel, we're actually going to copy from the heading here. So we'll just select and scroll all the way down to the very bottom of the page. Almost there. Okay. And we're going to make sure that we select to the very end of the column. So hit Command C or Control C on a Windows computer to copy, and then we're just going to simply hit Command V to paste. Alright, so all the data gets added in very neatly there. The next thing that we'll do is remove these headings. So just highlight those, right click, and hit delete. We'll shift the cells up. Now let's remove the columns with the county and just where it has the box type. So highlight those, right click, and we'll right click and hit delete. Just make sure there's no data there. Okay, now we see that these are all still links. So to get rid of those, we're simply going to highlight these two rows. We're going to hit Command C to copy, and then we're just going to select another column, click on this down arrow next to paste, and you're just going to hit paste values. Now we can delete the two columns that had the links. Next, we need to delete the word that says zip code so that these are all just nice and blank little numbers. So we're going to select this column, click on this search icon here, and click on the down arrow next to the icon, select replace, and we're going to search for zip code, and we're replacing it with nothing. So hit replace all. You can close that now, and now you're left with just the numbers themselves. Now we're going to add another column here. So right click on your column F, hit insert, and our zip codes are just going to go right in this column here. So the very first thing we're going to do is copy the cities over. So let's select the very first city, hit Command Shift down, and hit Command C to copy, and we're just going to paste that right over the old ones. Next, let's copy the zip codes. So again, Command Shift down to select all of the columns that have data, and we're going to paste those in column E. So paste, there you go. Now we're going to just drag down all of this content so that it's all the way down to the bottom. So we're getting to the bottom of the page. Okay, there it is. Let's go all the way back up to the top. And before we copy down the state, we want to make sure that we add a space after it since we added this zip code column. And now let's just highlight those two and drag them down. way down to the bottom. There it is. And that's it. Last, we need to make sure that we are updating this so that it includes the zip code. So let's select the first item here, and behind D2 we're just going to add a comma and select column E, or E2. Hit enter, and there it is. Now it's got the zip code. Now on these first zip codes, it looks a little bit short, but we'll deal with that later. Okay, very last thing is to, of course, drag down these columns so that it fills in all the data. So let's do that. Okay. And there, we've got all of our data. So now it says mortgage brokers in Holtzville, New York, and then it's got the zip code. Okay. The next item here is to turn all of this concatenated data into just plain text. So we can delete the old data. We're going to select the first item, hit Command Shift down or Control Shift down on a Windows computer, copy it, and we're going to select the empty cell and click on the down arrow next to paste and hit paste values. And that's it. And so with all of that selected, we're just going to copy it again, go over to our text editor and paste that right in. And that's it. Now you've got all of your data for New York. You can probably delete these first rows here. Now let's say that later you want to switch this from being a list of mortgage brokers into a list of, say, personal injury attorneys. That's very easy. You don't have to go and make a new list for New York. The only thing that you have to do is a find and replace. So we're going to click on the icon up here for search, click on the down arrow, select replace, and we're going to type in mortgage brokers, which is what we're looking for, and replace that with personal injury attorneys. Replace all, hit OK, close, and now in your text column you see you've got all of the personal injury attorney zip codes and cities listed out for the state of New York, and so you can very easily paste those in, and now you have another text file there. That's it. That's how you use the city creator. Again, that website was zip-codes.com. That's the easiest way to go about making all of this happen. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know and I'll try and help you troubleshoot if it did not go as smoothly as it did in this video.